in a car crash, they get injured just because they take time to put on the seatbelt. Wearing the seatbelt is the single most effective thing you can do to save lives and reduce the risks of death and injuries. According to the NHTSA, approximately 9,000 lives on average every year are saved just because people put on seatbelts. Unfortunately, not everyone buckles up. I'm pretty sure everyone here has been in the car once in a lifetime, whether you be the passenger or the driver, and you think about whether or not you should put on the seatbelt. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about why you should wear a seatbelt, how to increase awareness of the seatbelt, and what your life would be like if you choose or not choose to wear a seatbelt. So we all need to wear seatbelts at all times whenever we are inside of a vehicle because it helps us reduce our chance of getting an injury or getting killed. Not everyone is aware of the importance of seatbelts until they experience it firsthand, until they see the true dangers of it, whether they be in that car crash or they have a loved one who gets killed or injured. So people who don't use seatbelts usually get ejected from the vehicle or they crash into the windshield. Other things that may happen is people will hit their head on the steering wheel right at impact and cause brain damage and other things that may happen. You can get killed. According to the survey conducted in this class, approximately 50% of the people here didn't wear a seatbelt as much as they should as a kid. And some of you guys' reasons were either you guys were lazy, you guys forgot to put it on, or it just felt uncomfortable to wear. According to the Sheriff's Office of Miami County, wearing a seatbelt increases your chance of surviving a crash by 50%. People think when you're driving fast, that's the only time when a real accident can occur or you can get seriously hurt. But even going at a speed of 30 miles per hour can cause serious injury. Did you guys know that driving 30 miles per hour and getting into a car crash, not wearing your seatbelt is equivalent to jumping out a 3-story building? Another reason why you should wear your seatbelt is because if you don't, there's a cost to it. We all know that it's a state law to wear seatbelts in the state of California, but it's not enforced as much. So in my personal experience as a kid, I never really wore a seatbelt as much as I should, and my parents didn't enforce it. And then I didn't really experience the real consequences until one day we were just driving to a flea market, and there's a police officer directing traffic he's on foot, he's on his car, directing traffic, and then I'm thinking, you know what, it's not a big deal. He can't chase us if we were to see him without a seatbelt. But we passed by him, he pointed at us, blew his whistle, and made my dad pull over. And he looked in the car and noticed I didn't have a seatbelt on, and I got in trouble for my mistake. And since I was only a minor still, my dad got the ticket. My dad got the ticket for the seatbelt. And being that we're all college students, we're struggling, paying for tuition and everything, the last thing we would want is to pay a ticket that's $200, $300 just because we didn't take the time to put on our seatbelt. It's important to wear our seatbelts because it is made for our safety. It was put in the car for a reason, but some people still ignore it and suffer the consequences. Thousands of people die every year due to car crashes. According to NHTSA or TSA, 63% of people who were killed in car accidents weren't wearing their seatbelts. And according to the website bedfordpd.org, in the year 2000, 115 people died every day in car crashes who didn't wear the seatbelt. If you guys want to narrow that down, it's one person every 13 minutes getting killed. Now that I told you guys why you should wear the seatbelt, I'm going to talk about how you can increase awareness of seatbelt. So increasing the awareness of seatbelt basically increases the use of seatbelts. When people see videos or they listen to lectures about seatbelt use, it becomes very clear to them, so they start using seatbelts more. Some ways you guys can increase awareness of seatbelts is simply by telling everyone seatbelt safety, why you should wear a seatbelt. If you have little brothers, sisters, or cousins, show them how simple and how short a time it takes to put it on, and then from that point, they'll make it a habit of theirs to put on their seatbelt. Other things you can do is stop by your local police department and just give them a friendly reminder to just help enforce seatbelt use. Or now that summer's coming up, if you have nothing to do, go ahead and if you're bored, start a project, just make a YouTube video of why you should use a seatbelt. So now I told you guys how to increase awareness of seatbelt use. I'm going to talk to you about what your life would be like if you choose or not choose to wear a seatbelt. So imagine yourself getting in the car and you're deciding whether or not to put on the seatbelt, just because the place you're going to is 5 minutes away. If you choose to put on the seatbelt, you get to your destination safely. You increase your chances of surviving by 50%, and when others see you putting on your seatbelt, others will follow you. if you don't put on your seatbelt, you'll get killed, and you can get a chance of getting injured. The last thing you would want is your gravestone reading, "Not smart enough to wear a seatbelt," or "Here lies Justin, who chose not to wear a seatbelt." So today I'll talk to you guys about why you should wear a seatbelt, how to increase seatbelt awareness, and what life would be if you chose or not choose to wear a seatbelt. Just remember to buckle up. If you guys remember, the first line I said in my speech today was, every 14 seconds someone gets injured due to not wearing their seatbelt. If you think about it, it took about 6 or 7 minutes of your guys' time, or 6 minutes. 6 minutes of your guys' time, that's about 400 something seconds, and if you guys do the math, that's about 30 people. If you look around, there's about 30 people in this classroom, and just picture that, everyone here being injured just because they didn't take time to put on their seatbelt. So, I hope everyone just remembers to put on your seatbelt, and all it takes is 5 seconds of your time to just grab the seatbelt, put it around your body, and buckle up. Thank you.